I want first to thank you, of course, Ramses Group, to invite us to join this Congress. It's our first European presentation, and I will share with you today the basic of our open platform. So I have to say that we had first a prospective approach with customers for those who were using robotic or for those who were not using robotic. And regarding the main topic, they told us that was more, they were asking for improvement in, of course, capital cost per case. They also see that there is a lack of financing solution with healthcare everywhere, no reimbursement for that procedure. The return on invest was not realized with many programs. They were still expecting more, I would say, more flexibility of the system. They were thinking about training program. They were also thinking about customer support and services. And they were thinking on miniaturization, of course. And they were looking for true robotic features. So we take that list and we had a lot of work. So now I will present you what we have. So of course, we will not reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already here. It's teleoperation, it's 3D images, and it restores intuitive control. Then we have to think about enhance or new functionality and enhance ergonomy also. So regarding enhanced functionality and features, of course, we've got a 3D HD definition on a 32 display. We improved the dexterity and controllability, information delivery on the second display. You can bring any kind of iPad on your platform and connect it. And we try to have some automated functionality. We visit a lot of surgeons during their procedure with existing robotic, and regarding 4 hours robotic procedures, they use to move the camera during 30 minutes. So we try to think differently. If we want to reduce the operating time by 30 minutes, we have to find a mechanism that the optic could move directly and follow the instrumentation, just to save this time. Is what we will have on our first version. Means in the US, they estimate the cost of the OR minute at $62. So a 4 hours surgery, you will save 32, you will save 30 minutes of your time, just because the camera will follow automatically your instrumentation. Then we also see that during procedures, you have to clutch and reposition your masters and instrument. So we were thinking that doing this automatically could save, once again, some more time. So this will also present in our platform. Then we think about prospective study and team efficiency. So we will have in the system a data collection and analytic basis using for surgeon and for ORT. As we are an open platform, we try to focus on a more vertebral anatomy position to prevent cervical injury, as this will be maybe in the future the standard position for physicians. We do believe that the future of surgery will go through robotic. These are the 2 major components. So you can see the workstation, the surgeon workstation, which is completely open, and you can see the patient cart. So I don't have the precise measure of the patient cart and the workstation, but this is a picture just to give you an idea of the size and how it can be integrated in the OR. So the surgeon workstation, of course, is a 3D definition display. You will have the second display, information delivery, 2 masters controller and foot pedals. Where are we regarding the development? So right now we are doing some engineering verification and design verification to be able to receive the first prototype for Europe. So this verification should be done by the end of the year, and we expect to have the first prototype in Europe at the end of March. This is in our research center in Providence, Rhode Island. So you can see how is the workstation today. You can see the masters and the controllers. And this is how it looks like at the end. Then you've got the patient cart. So the patient cart is a rolling cart at bedside, mast and boom, central unit, insertion tube where you put the camera module and insertable robotic arm and of course the tools. So now you can see how it looks like in a storage position and when you deploy the arm. This is our central unit. The weight of the central unit will be approximately 30 kilos. Inside you've got the motors, the connection for insertion tube and instrument. This is our camera module. So I will show you a short video. This has been done by our engineer. You've got more videos on the website, of course. You've got first videos on this. So then he will do a suture. He's an engineer, he's not a physician, so it looks like a bit challenging. By the way, you will not find, I'm not sure you could find this video on the website because this was the first version of instrumentation, and because of some feedback we had now finalized new instrumentation.
What size of suture is it?
It should be 2.0. So let's go further now. So let's speak about instrumentation. We had some people saying that instrumentation was their key focus. So we finally decided to go through single patient use tooltips. Sterile, of course. And to be sure that from the first use you have the best of the quality for each patient. We will go through reposable robotic arms, expected more cases for each arm to reduce the cost per procedures. I will give you now a regulatory update just to clarify idea. We are in the process. So the important thing will happen in March next year. In March next year, we should begin the audit for the CE mark. And by the same time, as I mentioned before, we will have the first prototype in Europe. We expect the CE mark for Q4 next year. So we are about 12 to 15 months from now. We expect the FDA approval mid-17. So we will be first in Europe. And as far as we've got a prototype, we will organize some visit with surgeons in our training center. I will let you know where we are exactly. So that it's an ongoing 2 years process from the development to the commercialization. We expect to build the first unit for commercialization in January 2007. During that time we will involve, and we have already involved, a lot of key opinion leaders who could be Da Vinci users with more than 1,000 procedures, or laparoscopic surgeon with thousands of cases, even CEO and CFO from a hospital group. And what we are trying to do now is to align our Titan robotic platform to the healthcare expectation from clinical standpoint, operational standpoint, and financial perspective, to ensure high robotic capabilities before freezing our first version. So regarding we have some partnership in Europe and in the US. We work with BSI for the CE mark in Europe, and we work closely with C-Medica for the FDA approval and for our development. Our development goes through an external company, C-Medica, who is putting a lot of resources on it, about 52 engineers to develop our project. As it has been mentioned, there is a lot of patent from other companies in robotic. So if you want to have your own platform, you must go through different patents. This takes time, and it's really sometimes difficult to fight. Then we are in the process of identification of European leaders for Titan robotic platform. We will have our first communication in the US during the SAGES Congress in Boston next year. It's in March 16 to 19. Then we will have to find our training center very soon. And we will organize during Q2, Q3, and Q4 VIP visit. And hopefully go to market early in 2017 in Europe. Regarding the training, the process is very key, as FDA involved and looks a lot on it. So it will be a multi-phase training curriculum. Goes through cognitive pre-training, to psychomotor skills training, to team training, to troubleshooting, and to overview of safety. We think that working on simulation is key for adapt to any new technology. Thank you for your attention during this presentation.
Thank you.